Ah, well. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening in the case of our buddy Sven, who is in the chat. First one in the chat, so he is definitely not late. But it is, once again, Wednesday afternoon, and that means, among other things, it is time, once again, for episode 208 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with your boy, SaleenDriver. That would be me. Host of the longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. The show that every week, week in, week out, when I'm able to be on here, and even when I'm not, that proves to be the show, the definitive show about nothing in particular. Last week, we definitely proved that. We went all over the place. We went, I don't know, I remember all the subjects, but I know little politics, little college football, little bit of this, little bit of that. And then we started, for some perverse reason, talking about colonizing Mars. I don't think we even really settled that discussion very well, other than saying, some people saying it's possible given, future technology innovations and material innovations and energy production innovations, and a couple of people saying we can't do it no matter what, which, opinions vary all across the spectrum, and that's a good thing. Let's see. Sven was the first guy in the box. Matt Dumit here as usual. Steve Pearson here as usual. Good to see both of you, all three of you. Hopefully we will see some of our regular participants at some point down the line, including the arrival of the Battle Angel and perhaps the VicTube Productions. And maybe even pop in by our favorite college football trash talker and head of team asshole, Uncle Lou. Always a treat when Uncle Lou pops in, because you never know what the hell you're going to get. And another regular, Nate the Great. You're late, sir. I started already. You weren't here on time. You're late. Yep, you've been, well, I accept your apology, sir. Of course I do. Let's see. What's going on? Look who's here. Lou is in Vegas? I didn't know if Lou's in Vegas. Okay, good afternoon, Vic, and good afternoon to an old friend, the Tiger Cat, who I cannot for the life of me figure out why her original channel is still not able to be appearing. But obviously she's either renamed her channel or done something or created a new channel. T-Skates, with the T and the K capitalized, so we all know it's TK. Good to see you, my dear. I've been enjoying your little snippet videos on the Book of the Face. And your skating, I guess, seems to be improving, which is a good thing. Oh, changed your screen name on the main channel. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. But hey, you're here, TK. You are here and able to participate. Vic is even later than Nate. Yes, that is a fact. Yes. And yep. That may be the thing that fixed it. I don't know. I tried everything I could think of to figure out why your channel or why you weren't appearing. I don't get it. But then again, there's a lot of YouTube bullshit that I don't get. So, I don't understand why every one of my streams for the past 2 months, 15, 20 minutes after I log off, the thing goes into limited revenue or block or no revenue status, and I have to ask for a manual review. And every time I ask for a manual review, except for once, I get full status back, and they lift off the restrictions. I mean, what the hell are we talking about that's so damn controversial? YouTube continues to mystify me as to what the hell they want or don't want. I mean, you can't say the G word, but you can say pew pew. They don't like the G word, but you can say pew pew. They don't like semi-adult language that you can get away with saying on television, but they don't like it here. They don't like they don't like when you use the K word, but you have to say unalive or self-canceled or something. I don't know why YouTube just doesn't let adults be adults, and leave us alone, for fuck's sake. I don't understand that. I really don't. What is this? Yeah, I know that's out for delivery, but FedEx is all screwed up. So, yeah, whatever. Anyway, hang on. There. That's another thing what about No, you can't say that word, TK. You have to use the word. You have to use something else. I've been on live streams as a participant, like in a chat, and I've seen someone use the G word, and the stream gets shut down. But you can say pew pew, and yeah, don't get it. Yep, we were talking about terraforming Mars, but didn't that get resolved at some point? Oh, G-spot. Yeah, that's kind of a different thing, TK. I shouldn't have to explain that to a woman, but oh, that's okay. Maybe the algorithm won't. Anyway, just whatever. But G-spot and G-word are not the same thing. I would expect as a woman you would know that, but yeah, I shouldn't have to explain that to anybody, really. Yeah, I don't know if you can say G-spot on YouTube. I guess you've said it, I've said it. We're going to find out, I guess, if my stream goes blank, then I guess we know. Vic, I don't know who you're talking to. I personally don't have one, so I can't answer that. I have found it on other women before, just saying. But yeah. Do we really want to talk about G-spots? Yeah. I mean, I'll talk about any subject people want to talk about, but that's usually a difficult subject to talk to, since according to most women, no man alive has been able to find that particular spot on a woman, nor do they know what to do with it if they do find it. So, I think if that's the truth of the matter, then only one person in this chat has the ability to talk about such a thing, and that would be TK. So Lou is in Vegas. Does that mean that Battle Angel's in Vegas too? Oh, news just flashed across my phone. Trump has signed the Laken Riley Act into law. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Zona Tucson, good afternoon, sir. Glad you could make it. Yeah, Battle Angel was in Vegas last week with Mrs. Pete, but Lou is supposedly in Vegas now. Oh, Pete's there and Hufferbilly Paw's there. Oh boy. Hufferbilly Paw turned loose in Las Vegas with cheap booze available to him. I don't think his liver survives the trip. I really don't. I highly question the ability of Hufferbilly Paw's liver to make it back home intact. So, yeah, I think the Laken Riley Act was pretty much a bipartisan act for once. I mean, how can you vote? I don't know how anyone could vote against it, but it wouldn't surprise me if people did. It really wouldn't. It would upset me and depress me, but it would be a shock otherwise. Hang on a minute. And I just saw a quick review of Selena Gomez's little epic viral meltdown about God knows what. I guess it was something to do with illegal immigrants. And it was, I remember seeing snippets of it, and it was completely incoherent, idiotic ramblings from another celebutard. Insane people are against it. That's true. Ken Spear checking in from Pittsburgh. Good to see you, sir. Oh, look at this. Another headline crossed my screen. Pete Hegseth, the new Secretary of Defense, has stripped General Milley of his clearance and his security detail. That's good. Traitor like that doesn't deserve protection or security clearance from the country that he betrayed under the first Trump administration. So this is a good thing. Lou and Pete went to a Vegas Knights game on Sunday. Oh. Do either one of them have any clue as to what the game of hockey looks like? I mean, I don't think those two could identify an offsides violation if their lives depended on it. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I just didn't think of those two as particularly hockey hockey savvy. But I could be wrong. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, I'm going to drop the link. See if Mr. Bug Eyes wants to come in, or if VicTube wants to come in, or Sven. Or TK. Offsides is not. Whoops, wait a minute. Offsides is not when the puck crosses two lines untouched. That's icing, and they modified that rule slightly. Offsides is when a player on offense precedes entering the defensive zone before the puck. That's offsides. Okay. I'm going to be here till 5. Put the puck through the goal. What else matters? Well, there's a lot that matters. Friend. Oh, by the way, Sven, I got good news.
You got your money.
Huh?
You got your money.
I got my money. Yep.
Nice.
Chrono, for those of you who don't know, I am a frequent, hang on, Mr. Bug Eyes. I am a frequent buyer and seller on a website called Chrono24, which is an international watch bazaar, if you will, buying and selling and even trading of watches by companies and individuals. I recently sold a watch on Chrono24. It was the fastest sale I ever did. I literally put the watch up for sale, and within a half an hour, this guy in Germany bought the watch. I had to sweeten the deal by shipping it to him at my expense, but he bought the watch. The short version is he got the watch, admitted by him that it was well packed and it arrived as stated, as described, in perfect condition and well packed and so on and so forth. He kept the watch for 4 or 5 days, allegedly testing the watch, whatever that means, and comes back to me and says the watch is running fast and he either wants me to knock money off of the watch or he wants to return it. Hang on, Vic. There you go. Anyway, I told him basically the watch was sold as is, and that if he's going to ship it back to me, which I didn't want, but if Chrono24 mediation told me that that's what's going to happen, he's got to ship it back at his expense, insured, and that would have cost him about 270 euros, which is about $270, which is what it cost me to ship it to him. And then nothing happened for like a week. And meanwhile, I'm bombarding Chrono24 with emails that go unresponded to, saying, what's going on? What's going on? I have heard nothing from the seller. The messaging system for the watch listing has been shut down, so I can't communicate with him. I have no tracking number. I have no watch. I have no money. He has my watch. You have my money. I have nothing. I kept repeating that same email 10 times and finally got a response from Chrono24 2 days ago saying, due to the lack of response from the buyer, the goofball in Germany, and due to the fact that we want to put this transaction to bed finally, and due to the fact that it's been 10 days and nothing's happened, we're going to release the funds and he's going to keep the watch by our decision, not by his. So yesterday I saw the money hit my account and I got paid for the watch.
All right, how much?
Good afternoon, Battle Angel.
Yeah, so how much did you get for it?
I'm not going to discuss that. That's not for public consumption. I got. Let me put it this way: the watch I sold is from a company called Ox und Junior, which I could explain the name of the company, but it wouldn't make any sense to you anyway. It's a very small Swiss-run company. They specialize in custom watches. Each watch is hand-built, custom-built by, per order. You order the watch, and the watch shows up about a month later. Those watches usually go for a certain amount of money on the used market. I priced my watch about $750 below what that typical watch costs. Damn. So it was a solid watch. It was in perfect shape. I just wasn't going to wear it anymore. I didn't need it anymore. And I priced it to sell quickly, and it did. And he got a bargain. He knew it didn't come with a full kit. He knew it was a 7-year-old watch. I showed him a video of the watch running, so he knew it was a running watch. And I was 100% transparent and truthful. He knew what he was getting and what he wasn't getting, and he tried to screw me. And eventually, because he acted stupidly and he acted in bad faith, Chrono 24 finally saw it my way and said, he's keeping the watch, you're getting your money. And he would have spent about 270 euros, about $270 to send me the watch back. A service on that watch costs about $500 to $600 to get it, taken apart, re-cleaned, re-oiled, and regulated and put back together and sent back. So he could spend $270 to ship it back to me and have no watch, or he could spend $500 to $600, keep the watch, which is a rare piece, and have it serviced. Now, I don't know about any of the rest of you, are probably not watch people, but that doesn't make sense to me to spend money just to basically throw it away to send a watch back that you wanted when you could spend a little bit more money. And I realize $600 is $600. I'm not saying that $600 is inconsequential. It's not. It's consequential. But if you're already spending about $300 to ship the watch that you wanted back to its original owner and have nothing, or spend $600 to have a watch that you wanted and have it serviced and be good for the next 7 to 10 years. I mean, as a watch collector, I'd spend the money to have the watch serviced and have the watch that I wanted. But he didn't see it that way, but he didn't move fast enough. And I complained loud enough to Chrono 24 that they finally said, you know what? The only way we're going to get this guy off our asses is to give him his money and shut him up. And you know what? They ain't wrong. They gave me my money and I shut up. And this guy in Germany can go sit on a saddle horn for all I care. I don't care what he does with the watch now. He wants to use it in a badminton tournament as a shuttlecock. I don't care. It's his watch now. He paid for it. I don't care what he does with it. Fuck him. But anyway, that just puts a bow on the whole thing. And Sven offered to, take his address and go drive to his house and kick his ass.
No, I have a lawyer here, and I had to take care of it. It's no problem. If you have any problems in Germany, let me know. I can handle this.
Yeah.
Vic.
Yeah.
Two things.
Uh-huh.
First, did you watch the 2 videos? Good morning. First, good morning.
Yeah, I haven't. No, I haven't gotten around to watching.
Okay. Second thing.
Right, but I will try to watch them tomorrow.
Okay.
Friday. Talk about it on Friday. So.
Are you familiar with NFL?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I got to go to my front door for a
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I have made a list of questions for the Friday stream.
Okay.
By the way, how dare you to lose to freaking Florida by 30?
Yeah, I know. That's humiliating.
Damn it.
Did you all see the
Guys,
I mean, Florida is a very good team, and Florida will be a 2 seed, probably a 2 or 3 seed.
Kentucky won against Tennessee.
yes, it did.
Yeah, Tennessee lost 2 in a row.
We beat South Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, South Carolina has 0 wins.
Yep.
Damn.
In SEC play, 0.
Zero.
And Arkansas with Calipari won their first game against freaking Oklahoma by 2 points.
Right, we beat
Oklahoma.
Right, yeah. We beat them too. So.
Yeah, and Mississippi State lost last year in the playoffs in March Madness against Mr. Buckeye's best friends, Tom Izzo and Michigan State.
Mm.
Nate,
That's
you love
not fire.
Michigan State, huh?
What are we talking about now?
College
Basketball. I asked Vic
Oh, basketball.
how Georgia lost to Florida by 30.
Mm.
They pound. I watched this game. By the way, Vic, you know what's interesting? I told you 6 months ago that YouTube TV and ESPN shut down all the servers in
What?
Germany. You can't get a ESPN subscription anymore in Germany, and you can't get a YouTube TV subscription in Germany anymore. But
Okay.
I used a VPN server. Called my son. He brought me if you have a YouTube things, you get an account. Yeah. So and you tip your code in and it runs. So and that's the way I did it.
That's good. You can use a VPN to.
Yeah, I have VPN North. I don't know if you know that company, and it costs what was it, $70 a year or $80? It's not that expensive. Maybe it was 100. I don't know, but I have no problems. I can watch basketball, baseball all day long, and I enjoy it. And this basketball season is crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody loses outside of Auburn.
Have you seen bracketology, Vic?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't really pay that.
Guess what? Guess who's the number
Good to see
16
you, Joshua.
playing team, or the number 16 playing team?
I don't know. Michigan. I don't know.
No, they're way higher. But Omaha of all teams.
Omaha. Oh,
Yeah,
What?
they're on a 9-win streak.
wow.
Where's Omaha playing? In what league?
They play in the Summer League, which is a really
Okay.
small conference.
University.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks like Florida is going to have a rematch with Tennessee on Saturday.
I tell you what, Florida will blow out Tennessee. Tennessee is so bad; they're absolutely terrible.
Tennessee.
Oh,
They
Tennessee's
lost to,
ranked 6th. Florida's ranked 5th.
yeah,
Good.
they lost to Vanderbilt, to Vandy
Who did Tennessee?
in basketball,
Tennessee.
to Vanderbilt.
To Vanderbilt.
I mean, Vanderbilt is a bit better as Georgia in basketball, but still terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What, Vic?
Okay, Joshua is in the background. You got to cam up so I can see you're not going to porn bomb me.
Just for one
Oh, there you go. Okay. You can turn your camera off if you want.
Yeah.
Haven't seen you around in a little bit there, sir. Good to see you.
Yeah. Joshua.
Oh, shit. Sorry. It's over, Joshua.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Florida has a really good team, Sir Saleen. A really good team. I was really impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm working on the computer at night or whatever, and on the second screen I'll put the Florida game up just to watch. Have something to watch when it gets boring on the other screen. And Florida looks like they have a pretty credible basketball team this year.
I mean,
Are they a
they will not win the
basketball
championship,
school now?
but they have a solid team who can go to the final 8, or what is it called?
Sweet 16 on a Final Four.
No,
I think they might. I think they
Final
might get to
Four.
the Sweet 16. That would be nice.
No,
Maybe even
yeah.
the Elite 8.
Yeah, Elite 8. That's what I think Florida can do.
If
Mississippi
Oh yeah.
State is a probably a Sweet 16 team, but we lost our second point guard for the season.
Yeah.
I mean,
What is good.
there are some commentators saying that Florida might be a Final Four team. I think
Florida is really good.
On that one.
Yeah, really
when was
good.
the last time that Florida went to the Final Four?
Wow.
Been a little while.
They may have the talent for it now.
Has Florida ever been to the Final
Yeah, I
Four?
think so.
They
Well,
won
Florida's
championships.
won. Florida's won. Don't you remember they were the last team to win back-to-backs?
Looks like
Yeah,
Oh,
That
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
The problem with like basketball nowadays is all about 3-pointers. So like
Yeah.
basically like you are basically like really reliant on the three, and this is like the problem with college basketball is they just jacking up threes for like the entire freaking like
We beat South Carolina on the 2-point line.
yeah. I think we need to have
We
like
don't shoot. We don't shoot threes. Mississippi State goes to the rim, puts it in, plays great defense,
or
plays hard,
yeah.
but our 3-point shooter is bad since 6 weeks, and our coach changed it up. We don't shoot threes anymore.
I think
But we are not a good team. I mean, Mississippi State is a borderline playoff team.
yeah. Basically like the only team that wins in basketball, like there's coaching in basketball. You know why the Warriors win a lot is because they find the open man and just you feed him the ball. That's it. Find the hot guy and give the hot player like that as the better touch and feed him the ball. That's the problem. The problem with 3-point shots is that the corner three is so deadly that it makes the entire game useless.
Yeah.
No. If you have a great defense and you mark the 3-point shooter, I mean, not everyone is Dirk Nowitzki, who has an unblockable 3-point shoot, or Steph Curry. If you play hard defense and you don't play against a superior team, let's say Florida plays against Tennessee. Tennessee has no legit 3-point shooter.
No, they lost
and so is Auburn. Auburn plays on the rim.
I think Auburn has one or two, but they're not much.
Yeah, but they are physical and they are quick and they play as a team. So, and if you shoot, let's say, who has the guy from Kentucky is a great 3-point shooter. What is his name? I forgot his name. So if you lock him down, Kentucky does not win the game. They don't win the game. Auburn locked him down, and they got blown out by Auburn.
Yep, and that's the biggest problem in like college basketball. Is really good if you have like balance and not have like excessive like you need to have like a normal like pace of, a lot of variation of play, like not just people because if you watch the NBA product, it's so horrible.
Yes.
I don't watch NBA that much because I mean,
it's so
I don't want to see a washed up 40 or 59-year-old LeBron looking on the field. And I tell you what I saw today, Anthony Davis is injured. The Lakers will go in the next 20 games. They go 5-15. They have no chance.
Let me ask you a question about the NBA game. I tried to watch some of that during the playoffs last year when the Celtics were making their run. I watched a couple of games for a few minutes. Tell me something. Did they suspend the traveling rule and the double dribble rule?
No, they made it so very lackadaisical that it's everybody can travel and do all this nonsense.
Oh, that's not even basketball at all. Then
they can travel.
I mean, I saw one guy take 4 steps after he picked up his dribble, and they didn't call shit.
I know, because
the
problem with basketball is like there's no variety of shots. Everybody's shooting threes in the NBA. That's the reason why there's no differences in like the playing style because they have too many analytic people in the NBA that say, "Oh, just 3-pointer makes more money than the 3-pointer, and makes the team more points. That's the only reason why. Hopefully, the analytics don't come into the college.
Nate, this is an
So
ugly show.
according to my friend Jason here, they seem to have added a rule called a gather step.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't heard of that.
Gather step.
And the
Yeah.
carry is not enforced anymore. So,
Yeah.
in other words, the basics of basketball have been shit on and thrown out the window.
The worst thing that college basketball and everything is like college and like not the basketball in general has lost is the fundamentals. Like the male basketball, has lost so much fundamentals. Why is European players doing better in college, like in professionally, is because the fundamentals are better there. They
Yeah, they are better taught.
Yeah, the finals are better.
They are better taught. I mean, nobody
Serbia.
outside of Kobe Bryant worked more in the gym as Dirk Nowitzki, and that's why he's a legend. Nobody outworked this guy. Nobody.
Yeah, they
He had
got
a
better.
personal trainer. He had a personal
in
trainer
Serbia.
for 30 years.
Yeah.
I guess that's why Jokic is so good, because they got better fundamentals in Serbia.
Look.
Yeah.
Take the 5 best players in the NBA right now. I tell you who I think the 5 best players are. In no order. Luka Doncic,
In
Slovenia.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic.
Jokic is Serbia.
Yeah. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Greece.
Yeah.
What is his name from Nigeria? Wemba Maya.
Yeah, France.
Yeah, France. So, and the 5th guy for me is an American. It's Steph Curry. So,
yeah, Steph Curry. But
these
these players were taught the fundamentals, and the more that NBA just goes against the fundamentals and just teach like all this nonsense. The problem
Jason nailed it. Jason nailed it right here. College is where you learn to play in a system, and today's players just play for money. That's why the National Bitches Association is unwatchable. They're a bunch of mercenary flop artists.
Yeah,
I've seen flops in the NBA that would embarrass European soccer players.
And in the NFL, flops.
You know what the NBA needs?
NFL does also have flops too. This
the NBA lacks one absolute critical thing.
Yeah.
A bona fide, real superstar.
Yeah.
A Kobe or a Shaq or a MJ.
That will never happen. That will never happen.
There's nobody who is electric. I mean, Luka is an absolute superstar. He is really, really, really electric.
You need an American
he is no Kobe Bryant, and he's not a Michael Jordan, and he's not a Will Chamberlain, and he's not a Shaq.
All right, what about LeBron? Is he LeBron?
No,
LeBron is a washed up guy who can do nothing.
Jokic better than LeBron. Yeah.
Did you saw the Lakers last night? Did you saw them?
No, I did not.
They got blown out by freaking Philadelphia. Blown out.
LeBron is washed, but I mean LeBron used to be good. I mean he was good in his prime, but
the problem with the NBA is that it's like they don't none of these players want to stay just stay apolitical and just focus on the game, and the game will fix itself, and just
Vic, let me ask you a question.
Facts, Jason. Absolute facts.
LeBron won 1 championship on his own.
Yeah.
1 in Cleveland. But he had Kyrie, and Kyrie is the best ball handler in the game. Yeah. And there's no question about this. and Kyrie won the last game. But
LeBron is a
other
piece
than
of
that,
shit.
LeBron, what did
Yep.
LeBron win on his own outside of this
Nothing.
one Cleveland title? What?
Nothing.
Nothing. In Miami,
LeBron is human garbage, and he will never be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And
Thought
that's
he
the end of that.
LeBron isn't even as good as Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki blowed him out.
Right. I thought
LeBron James is
blowed
more
him out.
Michael
And
Jordan.
Nowitzki had nobody.
LeBron
You
James.
know something. If LeBron, if Queen Jimmy was playing in the era of real basketball with guys like Parrish and Lambeer and Kareem in the middle, he would have had his damn full head taken off, and he would have been knocked out of every game he ever played in. LeBron is soft as fucking jello, and he could not stand up to the era of real basketball.
Look,
No, I think the problem with the NBA is like when you have like when you're going around like the country, why are you sitting out players? That's so stupid. Like people pay like a hard-earned money to come to watch you, and you sit players. It's complete nonsense.
I would, you know what I would have loved to have seen? I would have loved to have seen LeBron drive the lane and try and get past Kevin McHale. Yeah. Kevin McHale could have been 10 feet away from him.
I tell you what,
McHale
cut his head off.
Kevin McHale was a no fucks given player. You would have taken him out and then and then teabagged him and then gone back.
Yeah, but there's a better player on the Celtics team, Zem Jones.
Yeah,
Jones. Never mind that. Larry Bird could have taken LeBron out.
I mean,
Larry Bird was 10 times a player LeBron ever will be.
I mean, look, what I say to play. LeBron is 41, 42 years old, and he gets a max contract. He don't deserve this.
Yeah.
LeBron is at best a 10 million guy, a $10 million.
And who is that guy? Who is that guy with the arrogant piece of shit with the epic beard?
Oh, James Harden.
James Harden.
James Harden is a pussy. He would have. He could have. That man in the era of real basketball would have been 8th or 9th on the depth chart on every team in the NBA except for maybe the bottom feeders.
I know.
He, come on, man. The players in the NBA right now are soft as marshmallow. In the era of real basketball, they couldn't compete.
Yeah, the real basketball ended in 2003 when the rule change came, and I remember the first game Dirk Nowitzki ever played, and guess what? Against who? Against Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
and Jordan took him to school.
Yeah,
with the Washington Wizards.
Yeah,
and Nowitzki said he was my hero, and after the game. I go to MJ and ask for autograph, and he said, "Okay, we have a rematch tomorrow. If you score 10 points on me, I give you my pair of shoes. You get my T-shirt and a signed autograph. If you don't score 10 points on me, you get nothing."
Yep,
that's how it was back in the days.
Did he
score?
But
he got it. He earned it.
I think LeBron is more like Shaq.
Nowitzki has had talent. I mean, nobody without talent scores 30,000 points.
Yep.
And he was the only player in NBA history who played 21 years for one game, for one team, and carried a team outside of the first 3 years when he had Steve Nash.
Yep.
He carried this team alone for 18 years. Can you imagine this? And he missed the playoffs only twice.
The worst thing that Mark Cuban did is trade Steve Nash to the Suns.
No, it was good. No. Mark Cuban. What Dallas lacked, the biggest failure was he never gave Nowitzki a real center.
Yeah.
He got Tyson Chandler, and he won instant a championship. I mean, Jason Kidd was 39 years old, and Chet Terry is a closer. He can shoot. Everybody knows that. Stojakovic was a washed up 3-point shooter, 38 years old, and Terry and Stojakovic killed 2011. They swept Kobe and the Lakers, the 2-time defending national champions. Nowitzki scored in these games maybe 15 or 20 points. Terry had 30 points, 35 points. Stojakovic in one game hit 9 threes in a row. This was unbelievable. It rained threes all over the place. But Dirk never had a real center.
Yep.
If he had a center, he had won 4 or 5 championships. He was that lethal. He was really, really, really damn good.
Sven, I think a lot of this NBA is pretty much controlled by the league, and the league will promote players that, like, basically that they like and they don't like. It's so stupid. Like it's just like these team sports. There's some scripting going on there.
No. Do you believe that an owner like Mark Cuban let tell the NBA, hey, you can't win a championship?
No, I think what's happening is
it's not scripted. It's not scripted. It's not scripted.
I don't think it's scripted, but like the people's personality as to Mark Cuban, I think like NBA is a product where you need to have it's basically based on personnel more than basically like a team cohesion thing. But it's better like finding good 3 good players and having a good solid chemistry group, and that's what you should have done. But
reminder, Joshua, LeBron James in his prime, Dwayne Wade, a 3-time national champion in his prime, and Chris Bosh, all 3 first ballot Hall of Famers in their prime, lost against Dirk Nowitzki. And a 39-year-old Jason Kidd, a 38-year-old Peja Stojakovic, a 35-year-old 6-man of the year Chet Terry, and JJ Barea from Puerto Rico. Dirk had no superstars. Jay Kidd was near 40 years old, and he played point guard. So he blew LeBron and Wade out of their own building.
I think if you want to trade Nash, you should have got a little bit better players around.
No.
I didn't know that Jason was such an NBA fan. My buddy Jason here, one of my watch pads. I didn't know he was an NBA fan.
But I think
all the way down in Aruba.
The problem with the NBA is there's no hand check anymore. That's the biggest problem. So that people get injured a lot. The problem is the small players, there's no hand check to protect them from getting injured. That's what there's
the problem with the NBA is they don't call there's no penalty for flopping. They need to have some kind of sanction for all the flopping that's done. I mean, at least in hockey, they'll penalize you unsportsmanlike for flopping. They actually have a rule against it.
Joshua, I have a question. How old are you?
28.
28. Do you know Will Chamberlain? Do you know the name?
Yeah, I know.
You know who that is.
Yeah, he's the most talented player ever.
Yeah. So, if Will Chamberlain played today in the NBA,
you get 100, man.
No. 2 things would happen. One of them is he would be in jail after 5 minutes playing because he pushes 20 guys out. If they don't call it, he has in every game 70 points.
Jason is absolutely
this
right.
was real basketball.
The lack of hand checking is basically, I mean, it's basically the same thing as like all the pass interference rules in football. You don't have the defenders are basically, like why are you even out on the field as a defensive as a DB? You can barely do anything on defense in the National Bitches Association. Without hand checking being allowed, why even bother playing defense? Why not just stand there and let the guy shoot?
The problem with these people don't understand that when you're in the 3-point line, no 2-point line, and in the when you're close to the rim, like you should have hand check. What the hell, man? Like, no way. A lot of these players, like no way in hell. This just ruins the freaking sport in general.
What is hand check?
It's like when you put your hand, like it's like a rule where you put your hand in like this, like next to the player's face. They'll tell them to not to basically not to go further than that. I think that's what it is. I think.
No, hand checking is the way I learned hand checking as a kid when I was playing basketball in PE class. Hand checking is like if you're the defensive player and let's say the guy with the ball is dribbling and he's sort of backing into you, trying to backwards toward the basket, and you kind of put your hand on in his back or something like that. You actually put a hand on his back or shoulder or whatever. You're actually physically touching the player with the ball, and you can kind of push back against him backing into you.
Yeah.
And you can in a way you can sort of direct the direction that the player is coming. If he's coming straight back at you, you can hand check him, maybe kind of ease him to the left or to the right away from the basket.
Yeah.
And you can't do that anymore in the National Bitches Association. They call a foul on you every time. You can't. I mean, you basically can't put you put one finger on the guy with the ball and they're going to whistle you dead.
The problem with the NBA, if it's like they just are basically relying on a guard play to basically,
look at these two posts from Jason. With hand checking, defense can direct you at the baseline, 50% visibility.
Yeah.
Without hand checking, offense can face up on the defense. 100% visibility to the basket. So basically, if you can't hand check the player with the ball, he can basically come directly at you face to face and drive to the basket on you. You can't do thing one to stop him. Whereas when the hand check was available, you could slow the offensive player down, or you could direct him you could direct him offline. Let's say his direct line to the basket is through you. If you can hand check him, you can move him towards the baseline or towards the foul line and get him away from the basket. And you reduce his ability to drive the lane, or you reduce his ability to face up on you for an outside shot. Okay. Without hand checking, you basically opened up all. That's why there's so many damn 3-pointers out there, because you can't hand check. You've basically given the guy with the ball a free run to the basket.
So the reason why they banned the hand check was because they wanted the offenses to score more points.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time in the National Bitches Association where defense was running the roost, and you had games like pro games where you had like 83-79 or 93-91, or you never saw teams breaking the century mark. And now without hand checking, both teams can run up the score.
Yeah, and guys like Kevin Garnett dominated the game because they were great defenders.
Yeah, and once you take defense out of the equation, it's like you don't need fundamentals anymore. You don't need to learn how to dribble. You don't need to learn how to pass. You don't need to learn how not to carry the ball or travel with the ball, because the defense can basically do nearly nothing to stop you.
Yeah.
And now you have high scoring games, which is real exciting for the television and real exciting for the crowd. But it doesn't look like basketball anymore. It looks like it looks like, one-on-one sandlot bullshit.
And
It's
also,
not. Nobody passes anymore. Nobody. The fundamentals are out the window. You've got a whole generation and a half, 2 generations of National Bitches Association players that don't know thing one about fundamentals.
yeah. And also, Saleen,
And they flop.
Also, Saleen, like it also causes the higher risk of injury if you don't do hand checking.
Look, back in the days, in the 80s or in the 90s or in the early 2000s, there were not more injuries than these days.
Yeah, but
I mean,
the higher prevalence of people getting injured is just ridiculous.
No, these people back in the 80s and 90s were better prepared to play basketball as it should be, a hard game.
Yeah, it is a hard game.
So, and as I said, look at the NFL. If you let play Dick Butkus from the Pittsburgh Steelers play nowadays, he's in jail for life after 5 minutes because he chops Mahomes' head off.
Yep.
So
basically,
and Starbuck stand up and said, "Good tackle, Butkus. I come after you next game."
Yeah,
he didn't die on the field, Roger Starbuck from the Cowboys, but Butkus chopped his head off every single time, 10 times a game, and they play hard. And these games were 1,000 times better as nowadays, and the same is in the NBA.
Yeah, I think a lot of athletes nowadays, because they just tend to go into the golf community because it's just too soft, man. Like after the year 2000, like every athlete that is professional is very soft. Just saying. Like it's very difficult.
You couldn't if Rodman would have played today. He would be out after 5 minutes, 6 fouls, and
Dennis Rodman would be serving suspensions. He never see the court. Rodman, I mean Rambis. Hell,
Curtis Rambis. Yeah,
I know.
Lambeer would have been driven out of the NBA.
What about that Charles Oakley? That guy would probably be freaking arrested because of that.
Oakley would have been handcuffed at center court. and guys and trash talkers like Bird or who was that guy from Indiana, the little scrawny guy?
Miller.
Reggie White, Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller.
Yeah, Reggie Miller. I mean, trash talkers like those guys. I mean, expert trash talkers. They would have turned other modern day players into puddles of goo on the floor. They'd be kicked off the floor for mean spiritedness.
Yeah. The last true trash talker retired three years ago.
Oh yeah, Mahorn. Yeah. What about Mahorn? That man was a certified killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was homicidal even by golden era standards. I mean,
Yeah, that's the problem. Like I think
Bird could give classes to this day in trash talking, but nowadays he would be kicked off the floor because he was being mean. And he hurt my feelings. I'm all in my feels, and I peed my pants. Yeah, fuck you.
The problem with like society in general, like nowadays, is like the society fully is becoming very soft in general. That's the sports is just like a microcosm of that. So.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means, right? It's like an example of that.
What do you say? What?
Sports has become more like like our society getting more softer is because of sports.
Oh, absolutely. I don't. Oh, excellent point. Excellent point, Jason. Excellent point. It's all racism. No, fucking.
I think,
People have so overused that word that it doesn't mean anything anymore.
yeah,
Alright.
when we need to have, there's people that are racist, but when you like overdo with the racism, then also can also cause problems.
Joshua,
I mean, a few months ago, somebody actually had the audacity, didn't know who I was, didn't know a thing about me, found out I was a Trump supporter, called me a Nazi.
How are you a Nazi? How are you a Nazi when you're a Trump supporter? That's so
No, I'm a Nazi. I'm a Jewish Nazi.
no, you are
Oh,
not a
okay.
Nazi. I'm the German. I'm the Nazi. I hold this all
Yeah,
day
but I'm
long.
Jewish. How can I be a Nazi? You know?
I don't know.
I said, you know what? I must be a member of the DEI Nazi Party because, you know, I must be part of the diversity, equity, and inclusion wing of the Nazi Party, where they're trying to recruit more Jews. Something like that. Huh?
Yeah, but the problem with
Make it make sense.
I don't know, like extreme. I think people are extreme in general, but I think who cares if it's like it's just society in general is gone. Well,
You know what?
politics.
The US in race questions, US is really stupid.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
I live in Europe, and in Berlin we have people from all over the world. I think outside of aliens, we have every country in Berlin who is on this earth. Every country. We have
Yeah,
6 million people. We have Turkish. We have Afghanistans. We have US. We have Brazilians. We have Australians. We have Russians. We have Ukraine, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese. Everything what you can think of, and we have no
yeah,
We
problems
have
with these
all that
people.
too.
And
We have all that.
you don't need a gun to go in the night on the street and walk to the underground
yeah. But
to the U-Bahn.
Sven,
And
but you have a great police system, and you have all these like your legal system is 10 times like better with the strict with the policy.
And also, you have a system where guns are not legal for private citizens to own, or at least make it very difficult. Whereas here, we have a different system.
we have I can have a gun. This is no problem. I can go if you have to bring your police report in Germany. If you are not if you were not in on a court, or if you're not were in prison or something, if you do nothing, if you're a normal guy,
Yeah,
you go to work and you have family, and you go to the gun store and ask, hey, I want to go to a hunting club here. I want to hunting deers or something like that. He says, no problem. Bring me your police license that you are free from crime, that you're crime free, and bring your ID, and you get a gun. It's absolutely no problem
Now,
here. But nobody does
the
this.
country, the
Background.
country, the country in Europe that's really in trouble now is the UK.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
this
They're
UK.
falling apart.
yeah,
In
but
Yeah,
Why?
UK doesn't have guns because the dumbass people, they think that like guns are bad,
All
but
right,
they
they're
do.
they're
guns
they're in
guns
trouble.
guns are
They're
bad, and you know why?
they're in
Guns are
trouble.
there to shoot
Right.
people dead.
Yeah,
Guns
but
are bad.
yes,
The
yeah,
UK,
but the right civilian that is like go through the proper vetting process, and who actually are sane minded, if they have the guns, they can help other people too. Like
there you go.
Well, you know, I would argue this. I mean, a gun. Now, and I've made this argument many times, and nobody's ever taken me up on it. In my opinion, a gun is just a tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tool that in the wrong hands can be deadly.
Yeah.
But
And
I've made people this challenge, and I'm going to make it again publicly here, just for the hell of it. I got $1,000. I got $1,000 for anyone who can meet this challenge.
Yeah.
You take a gun, any gun. I don't care if it's a rifle. I don't care if it's a shotgun. I don't care if it's a pistol. You load it, you cock it, and you get it ready to fire.
Yeah.
You put it down on a table or a chair or whatever, and you walk away. And if that gun, in and of itself, without any interaction from another human being, goes off and injures or kills someone, you get the $1,000.
Yeah.
okay.
Nobody's
It's your
ever taken
decision to
on
shoot
that.
someone.
No.
It's your
It's
decision.
the point of the challenge is this: a gun without the person holding it, aiming it, and firing it, loading it, aiming it, firing it, is an inert object incapable in and of itself of hurting or killing anyone. Just like a knife, just like a baseball bat, just like a screwdriver,
that's
just
right.
like a car, just like a truck, just like any other tool. In the wrong hands, a tool can be injurious or deadly. In the
Saleen,
right hands, a tool can be of great service to the person holding the tool and people around them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you face a pull-up,
I've never had anyone, liberal or conservative or otherwise, take me up on my offer, and I still have my $1,000
Okay.
because a gun in and of itself is not capable of hurting anyone
Okay.
unless somebody picks it up
Saleen,
and
it's
fires.
not the gun, it's more the person that is using the gun. And
No,
more,
it's not more the person. It is the person. A
It
gun
is
in
the
the
person.
hands of a good guy is a tool that can benefit people. A
I
gun
know.
in the hands of a bad person is a killing device.
Okay.
That's why you need to have proper vetting, and that's why you need to have a cool down
Exactly.
period and all that. Like when you have the problem with the states is you don't have a federal mandate, and every country. This is a lot of countries in Europe and even in my country, Canada, used to have had guns until the stupid Liberal Party here just ruined it. The way that every country should have guns. It's just the right person should, the people that are responsible people and not suicidal or crazy people, or not those people should have guns. I'm not against it.
I have a gun right now. In my house, I have a gun. It's a handgun. There's nothing special about it. It's an off the shelf Springfield 40 cal. It's a simple device. I'm a responsible gun owner. I've never fired it in anger. I've never pointed it at anyone. I am a responsible gun owner. Now, if I take that gun and I hand it to someone who's irresponsible, then that same gun that I own that has never hurt or killed anyone is in the hands of the wrong person, absolutely capable of hurting or killing someone.
Yeah,
it's the person. You need proper vetting. You need background checks. You need cooling off periods.
Yeah.
I don't think you need red flag laws specifically, but you do need responsible sales of weapons. Now, does that happen in this country every time a gun is bought or sold? No. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it is. But we have in this country 350 million people, and we have, according to some statistics, over 400 million, maybe even as much as 500 million guns in this country.
Yeah, it's
yet
impossible.
We do not have a lot of gun violence comparatively compared to our population. I would think that if guns were that dangerous and that capable of wiping out high levels of human beings, given the number of people in our country and the number of guns in our country, we would have heard about it by now.
It's not that
more people die on our highways than they do from gun violence.
Saleen,
and yet we don't ban cars and trucks.
Saleen, it's not. I wish that Canada also had gun ownership and self-protection. The problem is I'm not saying it's against anything. It's actually, I am for guns. Okay, it's the right individual with sane and who actually,
Exactly.
yeah, that's basically what I believe in, and that's common sense.
Look at what happened. Look what happened about a month ago now, I think, in New Orleans.
Yeah,
The guy went out for whatever reason. We're pretty sure we know the reason, but a guy went out on a mad and wiped out, what is it, a dozen or so people,
yeah,
and he did it with a pickup truck, an
yeah,
off the shelf Ford F-250
yeah,
pickup truck.
yeah,
I can walk into any dealership and buy one. I can go on the marketplace and buy one. I can go to a used car lot and buy one. No waiting period, no
yeah.
background check, no nothing. If I have a license, insurance, and cash money in my hand or a check, I can walk out with a 8,000-pound diesel pickup truck that is more than capable of injuring and maiming if I so choose it to be. Now, did the pickup truck kill people? No.
No,
The person behind the wheel of that truck. Now, do we ban pickup trucks?
no, no. That's
It
completely
was the
useless.
person driving the truck. It's the person wielding the baseball bat. It's the person with the bottle of acid in his hand. It's the person with the knife in his pocket. It's the person with the gun in his hand. The person.
I know. I'm not
But
going
I don't
against.
understand why these gun grabbing folks don't get that simple. I mean, there was an incident in the UK. I don't remember exactly how long ago it was, where some guy just went bonkers with a
Yeah.
kitchen knife. I don't think he
And-
killed anyone, but he hurt a lot of people before the Brits knocked him down, by the way, with a gun. So a
Yeah.
good guy with a gun stopped a bad guy with a knife. But
Yeah,
but
The problem-
are we going to go out now and ban kitchen knives? I mean,
That's
what would
so
Gordon
stupid.
Ramsay?
That's so stupid. But like,
When's
the
it-
problem with the gun is just like at night, like the sword back in the day. It's just not the. It's just the right person who is not crazy in the head should not own that. Like, just I don't want a gun, and but the one that is saying that should own that, and people that can protect your family. Yeah, if you cannot own a gun, get security. In America. You definitely need that. There's too many psychopaths in that country.
You know, I have a security system on my house,
Yeah.
Simply Safe system, and
Yeah.
it works really well. It's never gone off in anger, but it's there, and I feel better about having it. And you know, I turn it on at night in what they call home mode.
Yeah.
The motion sensors and the glass sensors don't work, but everything else works.
Yeah.
And I sleep good at night knowing that the alarm is there to go off and send the police to my house and all that. But you know what? The nearest police station is not that far away from me. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office they have an office relatively near where I live. But you know what? It'd still take them 5-10 minutes to get here.
Yeah. That is the
So
problem.
I have a pistol
Yeah.
at the ready, just in case.
Yep.
You know.
Absolutely. I think you should. I think people like you, Saleen, you should have one because
And you know what? During hurricane season, we got hit with 3 storms here in this area, including one direct hit. And you know, power's out, cables out, cell service is iffy or out.
Yeah.
And the cops are busy with real emergencies all over the place. But I have something that gives me peace of mind. And, you know, I had staying with me in my home, I had my mom, I had one of my daughters, and I had a dear family friend, all of whom happen to be women. But I have a pistol.
I'm not
Now,
against it.
admittedly, you know, if a whole bunch of, you know, marauders come at me all at once, there's a problem.
Yeah.
But there's a way to defend myself, my property, and my family.
I think
Vic, we have to go to Florida. We have to go.
yeah.
Why do you want to come to
We
Florida?
come after you, so Saleen.
Why? Why? Like,
If I could
No, I never would
Come
do that.
get
up like
some.
a marauder
yeah, yes.
for you.
Get
Yeah.
some.
Get some.
The dumb German
Bring
with the
it on.
cowbell and the guy in the wheelchair.
Yes. So now,
We come
What-
after so Saleen
yeah.
with the
Saleen.
pistol.
Yes.
I
So
don't-
what's
Be nice to me.
so what's going on
nice to
in the
Celine.
UK? You guys said earlier that the UK is in trouble.
Oh, the UK is the UK. Well, they just elected what they call they have two main parties: the Conservative Party, which really isn't that conservative
Conservative, but,
Yeah.
compared to ours, and the
Far.
Labour Party, which is a bunch of far lefties.
Yeah.
And they just
the
elected
same
the
like the
Labour
US.
Party into power, and they basically turn their cops. If you look like me, or you
Yeah.
look like Sven, or you look like you, Vic,
Mhm.
or Joshua, and you're not, and you're the wrong ethnicity, which in this case happens to be white.
Mhm.
You can't say anything. I mean, there was a guy. There was a case recently in the UK where a guy was questioning why they had the story come out about
yeah.
middle. I think these were people from the Middle East
Yeah.
had come in, and they were caught abusing little white girls.
Yeah.
And somebody and there's a guy wrote an article about it. He happened to be a white guy,
Yeah.
and he wrote an article about it, and he got locked up for it.
You're talking about the EDL person. What's his name?
Yeah, I think that was it. But
Yeah.
he basically wrote a story about a news article about it, and they locked him up.
Yeah.
You know,
stupid.
there were a bunch of people, white people, British people, protesting about the policies of this new government with respect to illegal immigrants and what they were doing to their society. And it was a simple protest.
Yeah.
And they freedom of speech doesn't exist in the UK like it does here. They do not have a constitution like they do here. And they basically locked all these people up. They J6'd them.
More.
And,
I think.
and this current Labour government seems to be going after British citizens and ignoring the non-British citizens and letting them do whatever.
I think so. But
And if anybody stands up and questions the Labour government, they're immediately labeled a terroristic or a threat to the government, and they're persecuted and prosecuted.
a lot of it is like, I think they were so tolerant to the immigrant population that they went overboard. And they were basically, it's basically overboard.
There's a guy on YouTube. He does these videos, like 10, 12-minute videos. It's humorous in a way. His name is pardon me, I keep burping. His name is Disgruntled Danny. Actually, the channel name is Disgruntled Danny with the number 2 is his current channel. Definitely worth a watch and a subscription if you like it. And he goes over, he does commentary, and not very politically correct commentary at that, about things like the LGBTQIA++ triple X blah 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 folks and the crazies both in the UK and Europe and here in the States, and he also does commentary on what's going on in the UK with respect to all these troubles they're having lately. If you want to get an insight as to, and he's from Britain. And it's a good overview of what's going on there in a humorous way, or sometimes it's a little bit dark humor.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't watch this stuff at work because the language is a bit salty. But if you want a good chuckle and yet also find out what a Brit thinks about what's going on in Britain, and also what a Brit thinks is going on here in America, worth a watch. Just
the
don't have
problem.
to subscribe, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a good. Is it Disgruntled Danny?
Disgruntled Danny, yeah, Disgruntled Danny. You know what? Let me look the channel up, and I'll put the link.
I think I know what it is. I found it. So. It's probably true because, like, it's overdone. But,
Yeah, hang on a minute.
I think it's Danny Disgruntled. I think.
No, it's Disgruntled Danny too. I'm gonna get the channel link here in a second.
Danny
No, the hashtag is Danny-Disgruntled.
No, that's a different. Yeah, that's the @ sign. Hang on. Copy link. There we go. And let me put that in the chat in case anyone cares. There you go. That's the link to the YouTube channel. Yeah. It's good stuff. I mean, if it, you give it one watch, if it ain't to your taste, understood. But
I am conservative though, as I don't try. Just the problem with like you bringing so many people in, like you're not doing like you don't even know their beliefs and this. If they cannot ingratiate themselves to your society, it's very difficult.
I'd say that Disgruntled Danny is probably, the British version of conservative is not like the American version of conservative. Overall, the Brits and most of Europe is probably more left of center than even on the conservative side, quote unquote, conservative. But Danny is definitely. If I was to say, is he a supporter of the Labour Party? I'd say probably not. Is he a supporter of the Conservative Party? I'd say probably. Is he a Trump supporter, Trump level conservative? I'd say absolutely not.
No,
he's definitely center left, but he's more center than
Germany today in the Bundestag. Bundestag is like the Senate in the US. Made a new solution today, and it will become a law next week.
Yeah.
They pass it, and they will pass it. They changed the rule for immigrants from Middle East and Southeast Asia and Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. They said, first of all, you have to bring money. You don't get 1 cent anymore in Germany. 99% of all, Germany is the only country in the world. If you are, if you want to have asylum in Germany, you get near $1,000 a month for free, cash, plus a place to live.
I can tell you how wrong that is.
So, and the people here get sick about it, and they told the federal politicians, guys, are you crazy? I work here for 35 years. I get $3,000, and some nobody from Afghanistan comes here and gets a flat for $1,000 and 1,000 in cash and never works a day. And he's 22 years old. He don't want to learn German. He don't want to work, and he tells everyone Christianity and your whatever is shit. You have to become a Muslim.
That's just stupid.
And they changed today the rule. Today
that's what's happening in the UK.
It's absolute over. They don't get any more. And you will see next year in 2026, the immigration rate in Germany will go down 95%. And you know why? They don't have cash anymore. They don't
Yeah,
get
you
cash.
cut off the supply
If you
of
come to
goodies.
us,
and
you
they
are welcome, but
guarantee
you have
these
to
people
work.
will leave.
That should
You
be
have-
done already, but you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, but,
I think there's a similar proposal to do that here in America now. You cut off the supply of goodies. You cut off the welfare. You cut off the
Yeah.
Obama
And the second
phone.
thing what- and the second thing what they did,
And then they leave.
everybody.
They're
The
not.
second thing they did is you have to bring a background check.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that's I'm not.
If you don't have a background check and you are on the airport, you go straight back to the next airplane.
Yeah, when my family came to Canada, it took about 10 years, and that's more logical than like after that the people in like just came too quickly here.
My son became his Canadian citizenship after 13 years, and there was a bunch of people and ruled about him if he can become a Canadian citizen. After 13 years, he has a job, he has 2 kids, he has a house, he works for a big company. He never was in a police station for whatever reason. He's a normal dude. He's a system engineer for programming and phones and whatever. So he didn't get a citizenship, and he was in college in Toronto for 2 years.
That's
and after that
up.
he came to Mississippi State, but and he lives now in Vancouver since 15 years. But 2 years ago he became his Canadian citizenship. It took 13 years.
That's
and
messed
if
up.
one person on this panel says no,
That is messed up.
he don't get his citizenship. It's good. It's good.
Citizenship, citizenship from one country to another should be valuable. It should be coveted. It should be earned. It should not be given away like bubble gum.
Yeah, in Germany they did it inside 5 years, and it was wrong.
Did you know in Mexico, for example, it is illegal? I don't know if it's still true, but I remember this was true when the last time I heard it. Yeah. It's illegal for a non-citizen to own property in Mexico.
100%.
And to become a citizen and to become a citizen in Mexico takes years and lots of money and lots of going through all kinds of hoops. Yeah. But a Mexican citizen crosses the border into the United States, he gets or she gets thousands and thousands of dollars in goodies, and illegally crossing or not, practically gets citizenship right off the jump.
American
citizenship should be something that's earned over many years and vetting and study and dedication and really proving to this country or to the people that are going to grant you citizenship. You have to prove to them that you want to be here. You want to assimilate. You want to learn the language. You want to learn the customs. You want to learn the history. You want to learn the language. You want to learn the language. You want to learn the language.
Yeah.
You know? I'm tired of pressing 1 for English or 9 for Espanol.
Yeah, it's so stupid. You know, it's
sorry, not sorry.
In Poland, not a single foreigner owns 1 acre land.
Yep.
It's in the basic rules. In the how you call it, the amendments, the Polish amendments. The first amendment is only Polish people can own Polish ground. This is the basic rule.
Yeah.
And you don't see Goldman Sachs in Poland or Deutsche Bank or Lehman Brothers. No foreign bank goes to Poland. And you know why? They can own nothing. It's all in Polish people's hand.
Yeah, but Sven,
and
what about the Ukrainians? They're moving there, like after. They only like. I think that's gonna be way more dangerous, but
I tell you what, Poland took 2 million Ukrainians.
Yep.
They built 2 cities, and they said, "Okay, boys and girls, you have war. You are welcome.
Yeah.
But we give you 1,500 euro a month. You get a free flat, but everybody from age 18 to age 32 has to work. And if you don't work and you don't fulfill what we want from you to do, you get the hell out of here, and quick and in a hurry.
And
And
you
if
know
the war
why?
is over, you have to leave the country.
And you know why countries like Poland and Romania and the Czech Republic and Slovakia and all those are doing those kind of rules and having so much success economically and so on? It's because they used to be part of the Warsaw fucking Pact. They used to live under communism. They know what totalitarian states look like.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
And the reason why the Western European countries, like unfortunately Germany and France and the UK and Belgium and the Benelux countries and all that, are falling the fuck apart. You know, with respect to the immigration and all this and what their equivalent of DEI and all that is because they're soft.
Yeah,
of course.
They haven't lived under totalitarianism in multiple generations. They don't know what it's like anymore.
Yeah, I told you this before. The Polish prime minister goes to the EU, and they wanna fine him $10 billion for not taking immigrants from Afghanistan and Syria, and the Polish prime minister goes to Brussels and stays in front of the EU committee and tells, "Hey guys, I have news for you. I'm the Polish prime minister. I'm responsible for my people and not for you. And I do what my people want me to do."
And don't forget, recently in Romania, they had an election canceled by the EU because the quote unquote wrong party, i.e., their more conservative party, or what they're calling radical right-wing party, which they aren't, but it sounds good and scares people. But their conservative party in Romania was about to sweep the election, and the EU, for however they managed to do it, canceled their election. It's like, really? If I were a Romanian government official, I were a Romanian citizen, I'd be heading to Brussels right now to tell them to go politely fuck themselves.
I tell you what will happen in the next German election. The right party will win.
I think AFD is close to winning for many years.
Cancel your election too.
The AFD supports Trump, and they will win here in Germany because the people are sick and tired.
The EU's already telegraphed that if the AFP can't, it looks like they're going to win. The EU is going to cancel your election.
No, they can't cancel it, and you know why? Germany
just did it in Romania.
No, that's not going to happen.
Look,
that's not going to happen.
Stop. There's a big difference between Romania and Germany. Germany pays 60% of all EU bills are paid by Germany, and Romania gets money out of the EU. That's a big difference. Nobody in the EU will tell one German what to do and what not to do. Nobody in the EU.
But the EU is already okay. I'm not saying you're wrong, Sven. In fact, I agree with you that Germany has a stronger case in the EU than Romania does. But the EU Parliament has already telegraphed that if the is it AFP?
AFD.
AFP. If the AFP looks like they're going to win the upcoming German election, and it does look that way, that the EU is going to move to decertify the election. Now, I'm wondering at what point, and the only reason I bring that up is because it's going to be very interesting from a spectator point of view to watch the EU parliament and the German parliament butt heads together.
I think
I
the
tell
problem.
you what,
I'm looking forward to that.
I think I
this
think
is impossible. It's the
That's
same.
in the news.
It's impossible, and I tell you why.
I hope you're right.
German has laws.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and nobody in the world will tell a German government what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
No, I
So,
don't agree.
and the
I don't
EU can't
disagree with
cancel.
you.
The EU can't cancel an election in Germany. They can't. It's like
Okay.
okay,
I'm
okay,
just,
Florida. You
I'm not
you
disagreeing with you, Sven. I'm just saying that that's what the EU said they were going to do to
yeah,
Germany.
yeah.
Now, if
It's
they
the sa-
actually succeed in doing it, is something that's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah,
But they've already, the
it's
EU has
laughable.
already said to Germany, if the AFP is going to win, we're going to move to cancel the election. I don't know what Germany said in response. I hope they said that I hope they told the EU to go fuck themselves.
Yeah,
But from an American
what they
point of
said.
view, I'm going to be very interested to watch from the
Yeah.
sidelines. Oh, really? I'm
Look.
gonna get my popcorn and watch this.
Yeah.
It's the same like Florida beat Georgia by 30
Yeah.
last week. So, and I go and say, hey, I'm a Mississippi fan. I hate Florida. I cancel the result. You play again.
Yeah.
It's the same bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
It's the same bullshit.
I'm going to be interested to watch. That's all I'm saying. It's
they
going
have,
to be fun to watch from an American
Yeah.
perspective.
They have 0% chance.
I hope you're right.
Zero.
I really do.
If they do, Germany says, okay, we are going out of the EU. We do our own thing. And you know what? The EU is done. Italy is done. Spain is done. Portugal is done. Greece is done. Romania, Bulgaria, all these countries are done without German help. They are done.
Yeah.
And we
I
will
wish
better.
I wish they didn't do that. Okay, like the EU should like we are living in a time.
Why the UK left the EU? Because the EU want money. They want money from the Brits. And the Brits told them, guys, EU is a fine deal, but we don't pay money for Greece and for Spain, who nobody works. Everybody goes with 50 years in retirement, and we have to work until 62. Are you crazy or what?
Yeah.
So this was the only reason the UK left the EU, and if they progress to do so, Germany will left the EU. I tell you that.
I think the worst thing that UK did is leave the European Union, in my opinion, because it, like I don't know, it doesn't like because of like I don't know. I think overall,
no,
I think
the UK and Germany are the big payers for the EU. Nobody else has money. The France don't give money to the EU.
Yeah, I know.
They give 4 billion a year. This is nothing.
Yeah,
Germany gives 100 billion every year to the EU. This is crazy.
I think and
nobody in Germany likes it. I mean, if in Romania is an earthquake, and they need 50 billion to rebuild schools and hospitals, it's no problem. And I give $50, and my neighbor gives $50, and the government gives 50 billion. I have no problem with that. But if nobody works in these countries, their government is corrupt as hell and shitty as hell. I don't want to pay for these guys.
Yeah.
For what?
The main
Makes
reason
no
why
sense. Makes no sense to me.
I just
I mean, they have to earn it.
Yeah, I know, but
nobody gave me my money for my retirement. I had to earn it. I worked for 35 years, you know, and I worked hard every day. I raised 3 kids.
They don't spend talking crazy again.
That's the reality of things. But but like the problem with like when you have like a union and you just do all these type of things, you cannot have like countries divvy up the thing. This European Union philosophy was created by the State Department and of America and other countries basically to protect Germany, but becoming too militaristic and invading things. That's mainly the reason why they created it. But then the UK just left. That's the biggest problem.
And why they left, Joshua? Why?
Because the immigration problem.
No, not for immigration. They don't left because of immigration. They left because they don't want to pay the bills for Greece and Spain and Bulgaria.
Not
That was the reason.
The main.
There was no other reason.
First thing was the populism, and also I see I don't know, and also the money too. Yeah, also the money.
Look, Donald Trump. You know Donald Trump? You know who this is?
I know.
Okay.
I know.
In his first term, the first things he did, he called up the king of Saudi Arabia and said, "Hey, dude, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is you can live forever and 1,000 years longer. The bad news is you have to pay me $100 billion or whatever a year to protect you.
Yeah,
I don't send my troops to Saudi Arabia and you pay nothing.
Yeah,
it's over." So and he did it with Japan, with South Korea, and with France, with Germany, with every country where US soldiers are in the world. And this was the reason. The international press got on Trump and said, "Yeah, he's evil and he's bad," and because Trump got on their pockets. Trump want money from them. What he deserved. The US, if the US sits on the border to North Korea, to this crazy guy, and protects South Korea, and South Korea pays nothing for it, it's wrong. It's simply wrong. South Korea has to pay the US to protect them from North Korea.
You know why they have? But South Korea's population is dying.
Trump, and
the population is not.
It's a simple fact. And the German press hates Trump, because he wants money from Germany.
I think
he wants money from Germany.
I like Trump a lot, but one thing Trump is he believes in tariffs. I think it's a good thing that he has good ideas, but I think if he had, I think he can pay off all the taxes and everything, but the biggest issue in America is, I think
what is the biggest issue in America? What is the biggest issue?
The debt. The amount of debt. The amount of debt is so high that no one can pay this off. It's impossible to pay it off.
I tell you what, Trump paid China off. He paid the $800 billion debt the US had to China. And guess what Biden did in his 4 years?
You ruined it, yeah.
So, and the biggest point America has to do in the next 4 years is get energy independent. This is the biggest deal America has to do. Nothing else matters. If you are energy independent from everybody, you will be rich.
We certainly have the resources to do it.
You have more as the resources.
TK cam up for a second.
Yeah.
Yep, that's you.
Tell me when TK comes, and I shut up.
Hello.
Hello, Louisiana girl.
What is that avatar?
That's a
spider.
It's a spider.
Ugly.
It's not my spooty, but it's a spooty that looks like mine.
Yeah.
That's spooky looking.
It's not spooky. It's cute as hell.
Kat, I have a question.
I've got 3. Gretchen.
You have spiders?
You like spiders?
I have 3 spiders now. I got a male.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But they're just jumping spiders, Saleen. They're
I'm
totally
never coming
harmless.
over to your house ever.
Oh my
Please,
God.
Celine, don't do that. Celine, they're like, look up jumping spiders, okay? They're harmless. People literally
Okay,
get these.
No,
a
it's-
spider that jumps, a jumping spider
No.
means it's a spider that jumps on me, and that's going to freak my shit out.
No, no,
They don't.
they're
I'm
they
not.
don't
I'm not
bite.
touching
They're
a
super
spider.
light. They're super tiny and they don't bite and they're super cute and they're just you'll see. I'm gonna have some videos on my channel coming up soon
Yeah.
along with other skating vids.
Yeah, but
This is scary to me. But
That's
okay.
scary.
I'm
That's
the
scary. That's
skating
scary.
spooter girl. I'm the skating
It's like,
spooter girl.
it's like the cockroaches we have in Florida that fly. They're harmless, but they scare the piss out of people.
Well,
Yeah, I
first
think-
of all, roaches are ugly and disgusting. Okay.
Yeah, it's true. Yes, but they fly.
And they are
Certain
scary
ones fly.
looking. To me, this looks like a little stuffed animal.
Yeah, I hate roaches more than spiders. So
Look at
Yeah,
her
that's
face. Look at that face.
Oh, I don't want spiders, man. Spiders are just very dangerous.
I like spiders. And
Don't
you know
ever
why I like
step on
spiders?
spiders. If you see a spider,
but-
just
If you have-
scoot it out of your house. Don't step on it. It's probably a jumping spider.
Yeah,
yeah,
Look.
spiders are cool.
Yeah,
If
they
you
eat
have a
flies
spider, you have
and
no mosquitoes in
mosquitoes
your
and
house.
roaches and keep your house
Yeah,
clean.
you have no mosquitoes in your house if you have spiders.
yeah, basically.
Zero.
But
I usually leave spiders alone.
Yeah,
I-
me too.
Just don't touch me.
I'm like you, Celine. I'm like you.
What's up, 6'2"? How you doing,
So,
man?
so Selena, if I invite you to come to my house, you won't come?
You want to?
I might come, but if you open up the cage or whatever that those spiders
No,
are in, I'm leaving.
but I will get you.
Celine's
People buy these spiders to
come.
get over their arachnophobia because they're
No.
so cute and they don't
No,
hurt you.
no,
No.
It's true.
No.
Okay, whatever. Don't believe me then. You
Yeah,
know,
what-
I've only been living this life for the past
it's,
few
it's not,
months.
TK, it's not a matter of believe you or not. I believe everything you say. It's just I can't do it.
What are
I
you?
can't.
What are you afraid of, Celine?
They're creepy crawlies.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
be afraid. Look, that's a Jewish spider I have. You see
Oh,
that?
that's Jewish, but
no.
He's
It's
How is it a
hairy.
Jewish spider?
He's hairy.
how do you know he's a Jewish
They're
spider?
Jewish. They're hairy.
just.
Are you sure it isn't an Italian spider?
It could be an Italian and maybe mixed.
Mixed.
You know, I actually met a Jewish guy from Italy once.
Oh God.
Once. There was at one time a significant Jewish population in Italy, but I think they're all gone now.
Yeah.
You know that
well,
there was a picture I saw of you, Celine, once when you were younger with some chick. And to me, you look like your name should be Tony. You look like you could have been Italian. And I don't know why.
well, because we're all Mediterranean. Yeah. Groups.
A
Is that
picture
why?
of me when I was with a chick when I was younger.
But I've
by
never
the
seen
way-
a lot of Jewish people that look Italian. I've only Celine, like he has a certain look.
Yeah. Well, every Jew
By the way,
comes from
what means
different
Saleen?
diasporas.
What the heck is a Saleen?
Yeah, because we're all different. You know,
It's a-
we're all different.
Yeah, it's
And that's what makes us the same.
Yeah.
see,
pretty much.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're a Jew, a Gentile,
Yeah.
atheist, agnostic.
Eskimo.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. The
Yeah.
thing that makes us have everything in common is the fact that we're just human. We make
Yeah.
mistakes. We're fallible, and
Yeah.
we're all worthy of dignity and respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. That is true. And
First rule in my
And
house. to my
finally,
kids.
we can have a country like that now. Finally.
Yes.
Finally, enough
Yep.
of telling me your shoe size, your dress size, your pronouns, and whatever else you want to tell me about yourself. I don't care anything else about you, but are you nice? Are you
Yeah.
going to be cool with me? Can I talk to you? Are you going to be honest? You know, and enough with the identity shit.
Exactly.
I'm so
just-
sick
Politics,
of
politics, and
identity.
personal.
That's the politicians and the probably like the head people
And-
in
and-
BlackRock and stuff that is doing that. It's just
And
stupid.
Sven,
Politics.
Saleen is a type of Mustang.
Celine.
A Mustang? Do you mean a horse or the car? Or the car?
Car.
The car.
A
Look
car.
at my
Ah.
avatar,
A
Sven.
car.
Look at my avatar.
I'm not an expert. I asked
Well,
me.
Google
What the-
Saleen. Google
Okay.
Saleen Motorsports. You'll see.
Okay, I will do it. By the way,
Yeah.
first rule in my house when I had kids, you treat people like you want to be treated, and that is
Yeah.
rule number one here in my house.
Yeah.
I
That should
don't
be the
care if
rule
you're
for
Jewish,
everyone.
if you're an Eskimo, an alien from Pluto, or an Indian, or a Victube, or a Sven, or a
Yeah.
Celine. As long as you behave, you are welcome. And if you don't behave, you get the hell out of my house.
What about spiders?
I
Am I
like
am I
spiders.
allowed?
Spiders
This
are
is me
welcome.
in the profile pic.
I don't hate
Spiders
spiders.
are welcome.
I don't hate
I
spiders.
don't want spiders, but
No,
you know,
but you know
if
what,
wanna have
Celine?
a
If I
spider-
ever come visit you at your house for a sleepover, they make these things. It's like these, little terrariums you can bring with you around your neck, like a ball.
No,
And I
no.
could bring it, and I'll never take it
Oh.
out. But like when I come for the sleepover, we can play with it.
Oh, decline.
No.
Decline.
No.
So you wouldn't tell if I came over for a sleepover and I wore sexy lingerie in the bed with a spider, say, let's play with the spider.
no.
That'll creep Celine out. Man.
Celine has he's definitely done with women.
Yep.
He's not done with women. He's just like my dad's culture. Like they're very clean freaks, and you just don't please just like.
But a spider's not dirty, it's clean.
I didn't say a spider was dirty. Spiders
not-
are not dirty. Spiders are creepy looking.
It's creepy looking, and also if something happens to like basically like if you it's like it's very unpredictable animal. That's why like
What?
that's why
So am I.
If the spider is not poisoned, you have nothing to fear. It's a little creature.
This is why I have this as my avatar. That is exactly me. I'm unpredictable. I can fly
yeah.
like in the air and jump high. I can roller skate.
Yeah.
I can get high and drive. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I didn't mean to say that. I can get high and I can also drive, but not at the same time. That's what I meant to say. I was trying to make rhymey words. Never mind. Go ahead, driver of a Celine.
Yes, I am.
Celine,
Did you know that this coming April, April 15th to be exact, I will mark 25 years that I've owned that car.
it's a good car.
25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hell, my marriage didn't last 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, well, you see, the one difference between the car and the ex-wife is I can turn the car off.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get my little boy spider tomorrow. I'm naming him Baron.
Oh,
Yeah, you can put.
Baron?
Yeah.
are you crazy?
Like Baron Trump Baron?
Aaron
Yeah.
Trump?
Yeah, you
Well,
can.
I
Also,
thought of naming him Trump at first, but I'm like, no. How about Baron? That would be cute.
Oh, I think he'll be president when he's.
Oh,
like,
he
20.
will.
I
Have
think.
did you see Baron at the inauguration at the swearing
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah, he's tall.
That boy got huge.
He's gonna
He
get to
got
be.
tall.
He is tall. Like he's gonna
I
get.
think he's taller than his dad at this point. His
Yeah.
dad's a pretty tall guy, and I think he's taller.
I think he's gonna get to 7 feet if he doesn't do like if he stays healthy a lot. But that's the problem. Like now we have no knowledge. We have no knowledge of getting taller after like until you're 30. That's the problem. I wish he tones down on the height. I think people get intimidated too much. Yeah, but I don't think he's bad. I think he's more like his dad, though. I think you'll be a good president, though.
What?
Barron.
Oh, Baron, well, you don't really know anything about. You don't really know anything about him. I mean, you don't know that he would be a good
I
president.
think
I
you
don't
don't
even
think
know who
he'd make
that is.
he could be president one day? You don't
Yeah.
think that kid could be president one day?
Sure, I guess so.
Not right now. Maybe maybe
Obviously not right now, unless he's just not that smart. You know what I'm saying? But he's got
No,
it
no.
set up for him.
No, he's pretty smart. I just think it's not the right timing for that yet.
No,
I'd like to see-
that would
I'd
be
like to
like
see Don
I would
Jr.
be hoping I'd be alive to see it.
Yeah,
He would
he's
probably be in his late 40s before that happens.
I think,
Early 40s.
I think from now
Don't you
to
have
like
to at least? How old do you have to be, Saleen, to be the president?
45,
40, I think 40, yeah.
35.
35.
35?
Yeah,
Yeah.
30.
35 years old?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, 35 years old, and you have to be a American citizen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
An American born,
you
yeah.
lived here for
I thought you
14
had to be at least 40
I think you have to be 40.
or in the 40s.
I think
in
yeah.
the-
No, I
their
think
40s.
it's 35.
It's
Well, you know what? I'll look it up. Hang on.
Yeah, I think it is not 35, it's 40.
it is 35.
Really?
How
They
old do you
changed
have
it.
to be
That's
to be
insane.
president?
I don't
You
know if
have
I
to
could.
be-
To
Okay,
me, that
according
would
to
look like a
Article 2 of
baby
the
out there.
Constitution, a president must be natural born citizen of the U.S., be 35 years old, have been a resident of the United States for 14 years.
Yes.
I think
That's it.
I think Barron is a good leader, and I think you'll be more like Trump. I think Barron, I think you'll be a good leader. I think not right now. Barron, like the population is not ready yet for him, and I think you'll be a great leader. I think you'll be very good to. It'll be a very critical time when that happens, though. Trump means like it will. He's just,
Traveling phone says Barron is 6'7". That's
Yeah.
a big boy.
I have to say, I have never seen, this is the first in my lifetime. And I don't know if it'll happen again in the future,
yeah.
but does this have to go down as the most historic comeback in history ever? Definitely in modern history.
Well, I mean,
I would say in terms of political history, this is probably one of the biggest comebacks in history.
I would think it'd have to be the biggest.
I think people that you don't think it's we need to have America in the people in America should think about more than Trump. You need to think like having more people that are more sensible and are more Republican, but like that can fix the budgeting issue, the balance, the budget, because we may have
Trump can do that. Trump is. What, you don't think Trump can do that?
Yeah, but it'll take a lot more time because the Democrats come and ruin it every single time.
Balance the budget. You didn't really do a lot of budget balancing last time, but
He can't because the market was because he just uses the market.
Well, unfortunately,
He's gonna do what he can. I just trust that he's going to do what he can because not every president is perfect. They're all going to make mistakes, and unfortunately, you're right. It sometimes doesn't matter who's president or who started it. Our economy is screwed right now. Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to take more time than the 4 years that Trump has to get the deficit and the debt under control.
And I think why he's rushing.
But he can make a good start.
I think he's rushing it because he's not thinking like in a long-term time horizon. You need to put J.D. Vance and other people like that are Republicans that you can trust, like Ron DeSantis.
That's his vice president.
Yeah. The next guy, and then the next guy, and the next guy.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Joshua. You got to lay down the groundwork, and and he's running things like he knows that he has a limited amount of time to accomplish.
Yeah, I think you
can't look long term and sacrifice the short term, just like you can't look short term and sacrifice the long term. You have to balance both things out.
The problem is like I'm not talking about the country, but more the Republican or any conservative movement or any party. Like the Democrats went too far left, and they have to come back to the normal. The Republicans have to come back to the,
Well, the voters are going to force that more than anything else.
Yeah,
the voters pretty much told the Democrat Party, we tried 4 years of your far left nonsense, and we didn't like it.
Yeah.
Now you have to. Now that's a two-way street, Joshua. The public can say to the Democrat Party, we didn't like your version of America, but then the Democrat Party has to be able to be man enough and woman enough to say, okay, message received and understood. And so far, it doesn't look like that part has happened yet, or that it will.
That will happen slowly. That's
but that may take a generation.
We'll see.
Well, it depends on who's the right leader and puts there. The problem is like we need to stop insider trading in the Congress in the U.S., which is the biggest problem. And insider in Canada, we have Trudeau who just runs amok here. But
he's out. He's out in March.
Yeah, he's out. But how much damage he caused? If you have one bad leader or have the problem with American economic system is if everybody fixes their personal financial issues, and get out of their debt problems, then you will not be reliant on the banks, and you know what I mean.
Well, listen, guys and gal. I have to leave it there because it is now 5 o'clock, and I have to be Moses. No, you're fine. You're fine. This has been a great stream and a great discussion, and I enjoy the fuck out of it. But I have to move on to the evening portion of my day. Yeah. And that involves me shutting the computer off and leaving the house.
Yep.
Yeah. I wish you a nice Wednesday.
A man of what's the word?
And a faith. Yeah.
A man of great purpose.
Yeah.
No. You're one of those people that's
people.
No.
A man of the people.
No.
Okay.
He always does the same thing every day, like perfectly on time, and he's
very creature of habit.
Creature of habit. Thank you. I was trying to come up with
that. Certain things are expected of me by other people outside the walls of my house. And I, in this case, as a dutiful son and dutiful father, because one of my kids is actually coming to dinner also. Mm-hmm. I am a dutiful son. I am a dutiful father. Honor thy mother and thy father, commandment 5. Yep. And I have obligations that are expected of me, and I honor those obligations.
Take care.
And you should honor them.
Yeah, you should.
Thank you, Joshua.
I'm going to go play with my spiders now.
Okay.
I hope you have a good time playing with your pets.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Love y'all.
I wish you a nice Wednesday.
Thank you, TK, for stopping by. I appreciate it. And thank you, Sven, for stopping by. You left before I could say proper goodbye. And thank you, Vic, for stopping by and being a contributor as always. Much appreciated. You're doing a stream at on Friday as usual.
Yeah. Then I'm also going to do the morning show tomorrow, but it's going to be
the morning show.
It's going to be on my. So since Lou is in Vegas, I said show.
Yes, I know. I'm just emphasizing it because I had to put up with the other thing for too many years. And it feels good not to have to put up with that anymore.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll check you out tomorrow morning before I have to go to my morning appointment.
Yeah.
But I'll try and pop on and say hello.
Yep.
Hello,
Okay.
Governor. All right. Thanks, Vic. Appreciate you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all, one and all. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button on the way out if you haven't already. It does help the channel, and I do appreciate it. Episode 208 is in the books. We'll do it all again next week on February 5th, the first live stream of February 2025 for all of your listening and viewing pleasure. In the meantime, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy this weekend. I don't think there's any football this weekend. Obviously, no college football. And none of that pro garbage because they take 2 weeks off between the championships and the Stupid Bowl. So I don't know what y'all are going to do with yourselves because you all are great football fans. I don't know what you're going to do with yourselves without football. Maybe watch a basketball game. Oh, why would the hell would you do that? Watch a hockey game. Yeah. And maybe when Pete and or Lou come back from Vegas, and I understand from somebody on here that they went to a hockey game in Vegas. They went to go see the Vegas Knights. And thank you, George. I will do my best to keep an eye on my mom. They went to a Vegas Knights game. I would be interested in talking to Pete and or Lou, see how they enjoyed catching a live NHL game and see if they even know what the hell was going on the ice. I'm not saying they do. I'm not saying they don't. I would be interested in the conversation. So hopefully that can happen in the near future. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy the weekend, and I will see you all back here next Wednesday for another edition of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, your boy, SaleenDriver. Peace.